Every day, New Yorkers walk or drive past 760,000 trees that are planted up and down our sidewalks. They look beautiful, but they are also hard at work, cleaning our air, making oxygen for us to breathe, cooling our neighborhoods with their shade, and providing homes for wildlife. Look at the difference between a street with trees and a street without. Matt Stevens works for the Parks Department. He is responsible for planting all of the street trees in the 5 boroughs of New York City. There's a real science behind planting them so they'll grow and thrive. It starts with digging a tree bed.
So one of the things that we try to do when we're planting trees is when we pick the spot, we try to make the tree bed as large as possible, right? And because we know with time, the larger a tree bed is, the more rooting volume it has, the larger and more healthy the tree will be. And so when we go to plant a tree, we'll jackhammer out all the concrete, then come in big machines, big excavators, they dig out all the soil to that 2-foot depth.
A young tree is placed in the hole, covered with fresh dirt, and given a little fence to protect it from us, and especially dogs.
When dogs pee, their pee is more acidic, right? And so it changes the pH of the soil. And over time, what ends up happening is that the pH of the soil changes in such a way that trees can't absorb the nutrients anymore.
Believe it or not, a fence can mean the difference between life and death for a street tree. But where do the roots go once the tree starts getting bigger and bigger? Do they get tangled up with the pipes and wires that snakes under our streets? Never. There's actually an underground barrier between the sidewalk and the street. So roots grow sideways, parallel to the sidewalk. Matt says they're looking for any pockets of air and water they can find. When they run out of room, the roots might start to bubble up out of their beds and break through the concrete of the sidewalk. Matt says oversized roots let us know just how strong these trees are and how much they want to live. Life can be pretty tough for urban trees. Matt hopes this 3-year-old Kentucky coffee tree will do well here. If it does, it will grow to about 80 feet tall. You can actually help the trees on your block and in your neighborhood.
But at its very basic level, what trees need is water and a well-tended tree bed, right? And so, watering your tree with 20 gallons every week or every other week if possible is amazing. The other sort of added benefits that if you're able to, or with parental guidance, to pull out the weeds within tree beds and plant small flowers around each tree. Inevitably, all of those things help to get water down to tree roots.
Here's our neighbor Derek watering the plane tree outside his building. If we all pitch in, maybe every city tree can look as beautiful as this one.